I've lived here for 9 years, and my insurance company is denying a claim I have. I had a water leak in the ceiling of my upstairs bathroom.
If you come here again without us, we're calling the cops and you're going to be arrested for trespassing.
They are not always on your side, and you're not always in good hands.
My name is Bo Williamson. I am a public adjuster. I stand up for homeowners when they have insurance claims. Our headquarters is located in the beautiful Panama City Beach, Florida, but our fight is nationwide. Sometimes these insurance claims can be through the roof. However, these insurance companies do not always want to pay. That's why I'm here. Living the Christian life and dealing with this crazy world around me, one thing I've learned is someone has got to stand up for the little guy. This is Insurance Wars.
So Heather's my wife that makes her half owner of Noble Public Adjusting Group. And one thing she does is she brings a woman's perspective into everything, and she keeps all these guys balanced.
All right, so we got a phone call from Mr. Sheffield today, a house in Panama City Beach, or Panama City rather. And he has a busted pipe apparently because there's no roof damage on the upper floor. It's a 2-story house. There's some water damage coming through on the bottom floor. They have mold. Asked him when the house was built. It was built sometime in the 60s. Textured ceiling, and it's an HO8 policy. Of course, they have the water exclusion. It's a name peril policy. And Matthew, you are the water specialist, so we got to figure out how we can get this claim covered.
Interesting. And it's an HOA policy?
HO8 policy.
Wow.
I mean, regardless, it has to be some kind of water leak.
Yeah, but as you know, HOA policies, they have water exclusions.
Yeah, it's name peril policy.
Yeah, this guy's got a tough situation. We got to really put our thinking caps on this one.
You're the water specialist, Matthew. You can figure this out.
Thanks a lot.
No pressure, but
Yeah, this is tough.
I'll say this, man. It's like if anybody can figure this out, it's me and you, because you think outside the box, I think outside the box. Let's really comb through that policy.
Absolutely.
So we took a look at the policy, and we're really hoping we can help this guy out, but I think it's going to be an uphill battle.
My name is Anthony, and I'm the homeowner here. I've lived here for 9 years, and my insurance company is denying a claim I have. I had a water leak in the ceiling of my upstairs bathroom, and it leaked so bad that all the drywall caved in. It caved the drywall in on the floor below. There's mildew growing everywhere, and my house is pretty much ruined. Well, I've never had, as far as homeowners, to claim anything. So, I guess it's been a good experience for them. They get paid every month. I've never missed a payment. And this is the first claim I've ever had. So, it kind of makes me angry that they're completely denying my claim.
How you doing, sir?
Good. Thanks for coming out, guys. I'm Anthony.
I'm Bo. Nice to meet you.
Matthew.
Anthony, nice
to meet you, sir.
Pleasure to meet you guys. Come on in. Show you what I got here.
Thank you, sir.
Certainly.
Where's
Just
it?
right through this hall here. Take a right. First door to the left is the bathroom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty toast, huh?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Look at that.
All the plywood is gone.
Sure, it's getting full of mold too.
Even this floor joist is
Yeah, I can smell a little bit of it.
damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has mold and the water's traveling behind.
Coming down the wall here.
Coming in the wall, traveling behind the shower and everything.
How long did it run for?
I mean, it could have been leaking when I didn't know about it, but I know at least a day.
Okay.
Because
What
I mean,
about
we've
over
got
here?
some damage back here, and
So it
this has
traveled.
been cracking for a while, so it could have had moisture up in there for longer than I knew about.
So we asked Anthony if we could take a look at his policy one more time, just in case there was something I'm missing.
Matthew, I'm gonna go upstairs and see if I can figure out what's going on.
Okay.
What's causing it as you
All
look
right.
at that.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Yeah, after review of the taking a look at this very brief policy very quickly. It's an HO8 policy, and the HO8 policy specifically addresses named perils, which is typical of older homes. This house was built when again? In the 60s, you think?
It was in the late 60s, early 70s.
Okay. A lot of these older homes in the state of Florida, a lot of insurers don't like to write very broad policies, so they write these narrow, very narrow specific policies that exclude a lot of things. And so they basically state if it's not a named peril, tough luck.
So I went upstairs to do some investigation to figure out what happened. When I turned the supply line onto the toilet, water went everywhere. Not good.
It's the supply line, by the way. Shattered.
Did it really?
Yeah, it's done.
So supply line burst.
Yeah.
Huh.
So he's got a flood policy and he has a HO8 policy.
Yeah.
Well,
Here you go.
Thank you.
it's really just a horrible policy, really. And there's just a few things that's covered: fire, lightning, windstorm, hail, vandalism, stuff like that, malicious mischief. It's just literally a handful of things, and water is not one of them. But you call the right people, and I wish we would have came out earlier so we could already had this worked out. But let's just go to work, man. Let's figure out what we can do to get this covered, get this guy some help.
Look, if anybody can get this done, they can.
I hope we can help you, man.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
I think the only thing I can think of is maybe in the exclusions under water damage, some carriers are putting specific language in there where other ones aren't. Maybe there's something there we can latch onto, but outside of that, it's
Yeah.
hopeless.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe we should take a look at some other HO8 policies that other carriers have and kind of cross-reference them together.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe see what's going on here.
Maybe look at some old court cases.
Yeah, that'll help.
The thing about it is everything that's in the policy is in the policy for a reason.
Absolutely.
If they change a policy, they change it for a reason.
But if there's any ambiguity in the policy, it should always favor the insured. So, I don't know, man.
We have that, but they're just such bad policies, man.
Here it is. Check this out. You need to get your cameras out of here.
We're calling the cops, and you're gonna be arrested for trespassing.
If you've been wronged by your insurance company or would like to appear on the show, visit noblepagroup.com or call 1-800-705-0570.
All right, so we got a phone call from Mr. Sheffield today. He has a busted pipe, apparently.
And this is the first claim I've ever had. So, it kind of makes me angry that they're completely denying my claim.
It's getting late, man. Where are these guys?
I always like to get here early, man. I mean, I hate it when I show up and the adjusters are there
Yeah.
an hour and a half ahead of time and stuff like that. I like to be at least 30 minutes early, man. Oh, I think this is them.
All right. Are they in the car together?
Dude. Oh, they're not in cahoots together. Who pulls up an adjuster and engineer together in the same car, man?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, how you doing, sir?
Patrick.
Patrick?
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Brian?
Patrick.
Matthew.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm Bo.
Pleasure to meet you. Yes, sir.
So, Patrick, you're the adjuster?
Yes, sir.
And Brian, you're the engineer?
I'm the engineer.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, Brian, I know you've been here before, but I'd like to kind of show, or Patrick, you've been here before.
Yes, sir.
Brian, you haven't?
That's right.
I'd like to show Brian around then.
After you.
If you go into the bathroom there, it's upstairs, down by the base of the toilet. There's a supply line, yeah, straight ahead. There's a supply line down to the left of the toilet there, and you turn that on, and it's definitely damaged there.
Yeah, it's definitely busted.
Fantastic. So we're on the same page there. So I want to go downstairs and show you
the damage, subsequent damage that was caused by that. Look at this, Brian.
It's a mess, huh?
Yes, sir.
Brian, you see the damage to that sheathing, to that decking?
Yeah, that's water damage there.
And do you see damage to that joist, if you will? Let me ask you something, Brian. From an engineering standpoint, that joist, is it damaged?
From engineering, it doesn't appear to be. It appears to be fine.
Well, okay, so structurally, okay, let's go with that. What about, does it have cosmetic damage?
Well, you don't have to answer that.
Why can't they answer?
Structural engineer. I'm not an architect, so as far as cosmetics, I can't help you there.
But you see the water stains.
Yeah, I see the water stain.
I mean, because it's going to be in the photo. So that's cosmetically damaged right there.
Absolutely.
It's water damage, so it's not covered.
Well, we're not claiming water damage, but I do want to point out, once we get the coverage established, we're going to remove that beam. This is going to be a huge job. The scope is going to be big because Matthew's already confirmed that ties into an exterior wall.
Now, you do see that over there, right? These joists run.
That is not an exterior wall there. That doesn't tie into the exterior wall.
You guys haven't even walked the property yet. You just guys came right in.
Well, I'm a structural engineer. I've been in school for years.
That doesn't tie into an exterior wall.
Right.
We respectfully beg to differ, sir. I mean, look, let's not argue about that. Let's just go look. Let's just go outside and look at it. I mean, it's clear. We'll just go over into the back of the house. What's this talking about, man? It's an exterior wall. You confirmed it, right?
Did he go to school?
I mean, you get Ron or Hal over here, man. Somebody knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, right.
Tori.
Well, they rode together. Based on your structural knowledge here, then, I mean, I don't know. I didn't go to engineering school, so I might be the stupid one, but
There's a bathroom, guys.
our bathroom is right here, and you can see the second floor. I was extending over here. These are exterior walls, right?
Yeah, these are exterior walls.
Right. So, do you think those joists maybe run into something exterior?
You know, outside of tearing it down and seeing, I don't know what this overhang is cantilever. I don't know whether the joists end on that wall and then this was added on. I don't know.
So you think that maybe we have to open this wall up here to actually see if it's damaged or not?
Well,
I'm not even sure why we're debating this. It's blatantly not covered. It's water damage.
yeah, it's clearly water damage from the burst pipe up there.
No.
Listen, let's go stand in the shade over here and talk about this because what I want to do is, I understand we have an issue on coverage at this point. And I understand that you probably don't have the authority to extend coverage considering your position, your current position today. What I'd like to do is kind of get established a scope, if indeed we are correct.
Yeah.
And I think to move forward in good faith, you should entertain that. And if we actually are correct on getting the coverage extended, at least we'd be in agreement on the scope so this thing doesn't get delayed any further. He already has mold growing. It's looking like trash in there.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this is getting worse every single day. I mean, the longer this thing sits, the larger this thing could actually become. So we got to address it pretty fast.
Well, as you're both
make our way to the
familiar,
shade
it's
of
the
it.
HO8 policy, which covers named perils such as wind, hail, water damage, but in this case, they don't have coverage for water damage, so
Well-
I'm not sure why we're debating it.
Let's say it was a standard policy, right? And this was a water damage claim. Could we all agree that those things are damaged and we'd have to do some exploratory issues to open this thing up?
Yep, I think that would be reasonable because then you would know how much was damaged inside the wall and what would need to be replaced.
Well, how fast do you think that should be done?
Probably needs to be done fairly quick with this humidity and all.
we've already got it, established that it has cosmetic damage on the inside of that joist. The inside of the ceiling on that joist. That ties into the exterior wall. The joist is going to have to be replaced. Well, how are you going to properly connect that joist to the exterior wall without tearing off the exterior?
Yeah.
I don't think we ever said the joist had to be replaced. Your question was the joist structurally sound, and I agreed that I thought it was.
But you also said that it had water staining and it had cosmetic damage, right?
Yeah, it has water stain.
Okay. Well, damage is damage under the policy, and so that's going to have to be replaced.
And not to mention, we do also have the exterior sheathing, which is on that bathroom wall. That may be affected too. So we're going to have some issues to take a look at.
So can we agree, if and when the coverage is extended, that the siding has to come off and the exterior sheathing, the house wrap will have to come off, the exterior sheathing will have to come off, and the floor joist replaced, and then everything put back? Could we agree at that point?
I agree that the siding would have to come off just to see what level of, if there is damage in there. Water damage.
Which we're still on. It's water damage, and we have no coverage.
Okay, but if we just take the coverage issue and set it on a shelf for a minute, just table that for a minute. Let's look at the scope. The siding, when they tear the siding off, it's gonna bend and everything else, and it's gonna be ruined. So can we agree that when they go to proceed with that, they have to remove and replace the siding?
I think that's fair. I think it's very fair.
You ever put siding on yourself?
Absolutely.
I have too. And if you ever tear it off by making a mistake or anything else, you have to tear it off. Does it bend?
A little more than breaks sometimes.
Breaks and bends.
Absolutely.
Gets creases. So this is going to have to be removed and replaced. So, Pat, is there a way that you would agree to replacing this, if we can get coverage established, replacing this exterior, this back wall?
Oh yeah, if we can get coverage established.
Okay. Because you don't believe that's going to happen, right?
No, sir.
Yeah, but you keep saying, we're in agreement on the scope now, so now it comes down to coverage. Now we can get into this talk, okay? My question is, why are you denying water damage when we're not claiming water damage? We're claiming explosion.
Wait, did he just say explosion?
And then the subsequent damages.
Well, in that case, it would change things, but as of right now, it's water damage.
Well, we're claiming explosion.
So you're probably asking yourselves right now, how are we going to do this? Let me show you. What the? Sterling? Dude, this is out of control, man. Sterling's out of control. Dude, look what just happened to me.
What happened, man?
I'm washing out a cup, I turned the water on, his practical jokes have to stop. The freaking water exploded all over me. Dude, if you don't say something to him, I'm gonna have to.
Wait a second. What did you say?
The water, freaking Sterling. You put the thing around the...
What did you say? The water...
Exploded on him. Yeah, take a look.
Explosion. The H08 is a named peril.
What are
The
you
water
talking about?
exploded.
What does that have to do with Sterling?
That's how we get it covered. The water exploded.
What are you talking about?
A sudden eruption of the pipe. It explodes. It's named peril. It's covered.
Explosion?
That's how we get it covered. The HOA in Panama City. Let's do it. Look, let's do it. My question is, why are you denying water damage when we're not claiming water damage? We're claiming explosion and then the subsequent damages.
Well, in that case, it would change things, but as of right now, it's water damage.
Well, we're claiming explosion.
Ask a question. You're an engineer, right?
Yeah.
What's the definition of explosion?
As in, This or just
No, just
general?
what's the general definition of explosion?
An explosion is a sudden release, uncontrolled release of energy or matter or elements.
So, if I can clarify and make sure I'm understanding this correctly, on engineering, and again, I didn't go to school. You went to school 8 years, you said. I mean, obviously, but so an explosion is a sudden burst of energy coming forth, right? Maybe causing damage.
Uncontrolled energy.
Uncontrolled damage, right? Well, did you see the explosion upstairs?
I saw a bursted water pipe.
Sudden eruption.
I think we're done here.
What do you mean?
I think we're done.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Did the water, did it not suddenly erupt with an explosion?
Well, now that we've agreed on the scope, I mean, we have the definition right here. Why don't we help these guys out right now and tell them the good news?
Be in touch.
Come on, guys.
Just remember, we're claiming an explosion with subsequent damages.
Can you believe this?
Honestly, what else are they going to do?
Run away?
So I got a call from her client, Tony, and the adjuster, Patrick, has apparently been showing up unannounced like 2 or 3 times. He can't do that. That's a violation of state statutes, okay? You can't have an in-person meeting without a public adjuster being there, and you have to give 48 hours heads-up notice before you can come by. So I'm gonna go address this.
So Tony called you?
Yeah, Tony called me. He said this guy's been showing up. The adjuster's been coming to the house, like unannounced.
This is the 3rd time, man.
Yeah, look, here he is. Check this out.
Oh, he's leaving now.
Look at this guy.
Pat, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Head out. What's going on?
This is the 3rd time you come over here when we're not here. You're breaking the law, man.
How's that?
626.854 subsection 15A. You cannot exclude us from the in-person meetings. 3 times. If you come here again without us, we're calling the cops and you're gonna be arrested for trespassing. 48-hour heads up.
All right. You need to get your cameras out of here.
Nope, you don't come back here without permission. 48 hours heads
I will
up.
continue to call as I have. I can't help if you don't answer the phone.
You are a liar. We're gonna check your phone records.
Okay.
I'll have
Do
you
that.
arrested, buddy.
In the meantime, get your cameras
Now,
in the car out of the
you
way.
need to check the statutes. Learn what you're doing. And have some integrity for crying out loud.
Okay.
There's no excuse for this.
Hey Matthew, how you doing?
How are you, sir?
Oh good, glad to see you. I hope you got some good news for me.
Absolutely, absolutely. You may want to sit back down for this. Remember
I hope
how
that's good.
No, it's very good. Now, remember how we kind of talked prior to this about the initial onset of what's going on? They totally want to deny the claim going on water damage, right?
Yes.
Check this out. After going through absolutely everything we did, even with the adjuster coming back repeatedly, over and over and over again. I mean, they were doing some stuff they should have been doing. But long story short, we got them to acknowledge explosion on this claim.
Well, that's good.
How amazing is that?
That means they're going to pay something.
They're going to
right?
pay it. Now, Bill made mention about $6,600 a while ago, but we got about 10 times that amount.
Really?
You want to take a look?
Yeah.
About $66,000.
Wow,
Here's your check.
man, I appreciate that, dude.
Absolutely.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
the heck out of that.
Hey,
Let me
listen,
see that. I got to see this.
Take a look. You might want to sit down.
Wow.
Now, what they did is they actually,
Man, I can't thank you enough.
it's not just for the plumbing, it's for absolutely everything that went wrong in his property. I mean, number one, we had the broken pipe, the explosion that happened, that event opened a coverage for you, which is extremely, extremely helpful. So the ensuing damage, everything that water touched, and everything related to that now gives you the ability to put it all back together again whole. Pre-loss condition, like the way it was.
Man.
Very happy for you, sir.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I don't know where I'd be if you guys didn't help me out.
This is what we're here for. This is what we do. Noble public adjusting at its best.
Wow.
Listen, can you do us a favor?
Certainly.
Mind if we get a
anything.
picture of you with the checks? We can put it on some of our social media sites?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. Can you bring it out for me real quick?
All right. All right.
Big smile. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Oh, better yet, say noble.
Noble.
This season on Insurance Wars,
I'm no engineer, but I don't think it was designed this way.
Discussion's over. Either you pay for it or you get slammed with a lawsuit. Which one is it?
I see what you're asking me. I just don't see why you're asking it to me.
Are you just used to coming in and not having anybody say, well, wait a minute, I don't agree with you?
Get your cameras out of here.
Nope, you don't come back here without permission. We're on 30A, brother. $30,000 is on the cheap end.
I'm gonna take you to Orlando, man.
Boom, baby. I'm going to Orlando.
We're not going on a field trip.
If you've been wronged by your insurance company or would like to appear on the show, visit noblepagroup.com or call 1-800-705-0570.